Hey, welcome back. This is really part two of an analysis of travel, I guess, as you would say, during COVID times, a little bit before and then up to present day. So this is data that I've accumulated from the respective airports statistics. So I've gone to each airport that you see here, ranging from Seattle, just all the big airports throughout the nation, and found on their website data for each month. These numbers are total enplanement and deplanement. So people that are coming from maybe home or wherever, getting on an airplane and leaving, and passengers who are landing there and are leaving. So this, again, like the TSA numbers, this is the best information we have, and it's done consistently from airport to airport. So that's the important part. How they go about collecting their data, I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, they have passenger manifests, they know how many are landing. So I'm assuming they just gather that from all the carriers. If you go to any one of these airports and look at their statistics, it's extremely detailed. And I can only say that this data is as accurate as the records they keep. So, that said, I guess that's the disclaimer if you find something different. I've used uh, the same data across the board though. So some airports have a total number of domestic, international, employment, deployment, and all that stuff. Some just throw out a raw number there and say this is what we have for everything. Anyways, that's where this data is coming from. So, for example, starting in January 2020, with this table here, I can filter it to show the smallest to largest or largest smallest, whatever. So, if I want to see, okay, who had the most number of passengers January of 2020, I can look at that or do it for any other month along here. So taking this raw data, graphed it, and let's just look over here for a second. January 2020 to present, I took the top, let's see, six airports, typically the busiest in the nation: San Francisco, LAX, Atlanta, which by far and way above is the busiest, I believe, in the world even. O'Hare, Dallas Fort Worth, and Denver. You can see over here on the left hand side, this is January of 2020, all right, pre COVID. Here's the big cliff. By April, we're down to nothing. All of them are pretty much in the same spot. Everybody is sub, what we're looking at here. I mean, SFO is down to 100,000, 137,000. So everybody is sub 1 million by far. I think the biggest one here is maybe Dallas Fort Worth at 483,000. So you can see where everybody dropped to. Um, and then as time has gone on, passenger loads have picked back up. But again, let's compare apples to apples. Here's January 2020 for Atlanta. Let's find January 2021 over here. So we have 3.3, let's round up, give them the benefit of the doubt, 3.4 million passengers in Atlanta, January 2021. 3.4. You can see January 2020, 8.3 million. So 5 million passengers less in 1 year's time from January 2020 to 21. That's just astounding. So even over here, July of 21, we're at 8 million, 8.1 million passengers. So at peak travel season, we are, yeah, we're not even. This is 8.3 million. Atlanta is still below. All close, though. I'll give them that. It's very close, but still below the historic low travel month of January. But you can see, I mean, things are fighting back a little bit over here. Who's light blue? Dallas Fort Worth coming in at 5.7 million. They had a high of 6.8, 6.9 million. SFO, it's just not rebounding like the rest. You can see these all kind of follow a similar trend. Atlanta's an anomaly, I think, an outlier, just because it's so busy anyways, especially for international travel. But I mean, look, DFW, Denver, we've got Chicago O'Hare, LAX. They're all trending about the same, but I don't know. I guess San Francisco's still dealing with their poop on a sidewalk problem, so people aren't returning. Anyways, let's go back over here. I got some more graphs. January 20 versus 21. This is for all the airports now. So remember, this is a snapshot of January versus January. And from pre-pandemic to coming out of it now, you can see where everybody's at. Seattle, still low. LaGuardia, still low. It's just Atlanta was fighting back at that point, but still quite low. Let's see here. Let's go on down the line. We got February, still pre-crash. February 2020 is still significantly higher than 21. March, all right, here starts to get interesting. March of 20 versus March of 21. Some of them are looking pretty even. I mean, look at Atlanta, almost dead even. DFW, more travelers in 21 than 20. So all positive signs. Now, this is where the chart inverts itself. We go to 1 month post COVID cliff, let's call it. And you can just see, April of 21 is significantly higher, but that's to be expected, right? Because remember that steep cliff we had up top? So just about anything is better than what happened in April of 20. Here's a little something interesting I threw in here. So the blue is January of 2020. Again, remember, January, low travel season, not a lot of movement out there. Compared to June and July of 21, peak travel season, typically when people are out and about moving around. So you can see it's pretty close to the same at many airports. SFO, again, still just lagging behind. LAX, it's close there, but all the others, are doing about what we were doing January of 20. So, whatever, if you traveled during the summer and you thought it was bad, well, it's much busier than it had been the past 18-ish plus months, right? But that's about what we would see in a winter time frame during normal times. So hopefully the trend continues. I think it will. I think that we're going to see even higher loads. If you haven't watched my video on the TSA travel numbers, go watch that now. There's some great information there about where the industry is at. And hopefully I'll be able to get some numbers on from each airline as to how many pilots they project to be losing. Not only have we lost pilots, but there were many aircraft that the aging fleet was thinned out, so to speak. So we've lost capacity in the United States. But anyways, I hope this graph helps. If you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching this. See you here.